Hello everyone. Welcome to Law Simple, Pure and to the Core. Dr. Vaishali here. In today's lecture, we are going to learn Analytical Legal Positivism. For the sake of convenience, I have divided this lecture in lecture number 5 and lecture number 6. In today's lecture, we are going to learn Austin and Bentham, and in the next lecture, we are going to learn Kelsen and Professor H.L.A. Hart. Agenda of the lecture is like this. We'll start with introduction. What is the meaning of positivism? Then 5 meanings of positivism in detail. We'll go through Bentham, Austin, and in the next lecture we are going to cover Kelsen, H.L.A. Hart, and then we'll summarize the entire positivism. Positivism means no ethical justification for the content of law. Take law as it is. Law is made by a person for a person, so separate that law from ethics. Second, positivists do not judge laws by question of justice or humanity, but merely by the ways in which the law have been created. So if it comes from a sovereign or from legislature, it is a law. Otherwise, it's not a law. They do not go into these type of questions like whether it is just law or not, whether it is a fair law or not, whether it is according to humanity or law, humanity or not. If it is made by a sovereign in the form of law, it is law. Next thing, it came as a reaction to natural law school. So it came after the natural law school. Historical school and analytical legal positivism are contemporary, means they came during the same period of time, and they studied law as it is, from law as it ought to be. So study the law as it is. It is a law and it is your duty to obey it, obey it. You do not have to go into how a law should be or this is fair, this is just and all. Separate law from all the other inquiries. We'll study positivism by studying 5 meanings of the term positivism. So if there is any question on positivism or on Austin or Kelsen or Hart or Bentham, you have to refer these 5 meanings of positivism. You have to provide that Bentham is a positivist and what are the rules of positivism, and then you can talk about Bentham. H.L.A. Hart, first you have to show his place in the theme of positivism and then go ahead. So you have to refer these points if there is a question on any positivist. So number 1, the laws are commands of human being. So law is positively made by a human being for a human being. Second, there is no necessary connection between law and morals or law as it is and it ought to be. So separate law from morality. Third, legal concepts must be separated from historical inquiries, and they must be separated from sociological inquiries into the relation of law and other social phenomena. So see, first is it is a command of sovereign. Second, separate law from morality. Third, separate law from historical inquiries. Next, separate law from sociological interactions. Next thing, a legal system is a closed logical system in which correct legal decisions can be deduced by logical means from predetermined legal rules without reference to social aims, policies, moral standards. So it's a closed logical system. There is logic. These are the rules provided. Take the rules, apply them. Do not go into other factors. Last, the moral judgments cannot be established or defended as facts can be by rational argument, evidence, and proof. So you cannot prove your point on moral basis. You need a proof, you need evidence, you need rules. So follow what is provided in law and do not go into other inquiries. These are the 5 meanings of positivism. There are 4 philosophers: Bentham, Austin, Hart, and Kelsen. Every philosopher has connected principle. Jeremy Bentham, utility. Austin, analytical legal positivism or command of a sovereign. Next, Kelsen, Grundnorm. Then Hart, 2 types of rules. So you have to fix that in your mind and then you can write. So Bentham is the founder of positivism. Should be considered as father of analytical positivism and not Austin as it is commonly believed. What the law is from the law ought to be must be separated. Then he provided utility. Utility means whether a law is useful or not. If it is useful, keep it. If it is not, remove it. System of law that derives its rule exclusively from the command of sovereign authority when measured by the yardstick of public utility. So law is what? Which is made by sovereign. How it is made? By applying the yardstick of public utility. If it is good for people, keep it. Sovereign will become law only when it takes the legislative form. It means When a sovereign wants something, he should make it into a law by legislature. Then only it will become a law. Sovereign will become, okay. Next, according to Bentham, administrative orders, military commands and judicial decisions are not laws. Only statute is law. According to Bentham, a law is an expression of will of sovereign. So these are the rules which are provided by Bentham in his positivism. Coming to Austin, he provided analysis of that sovereign's command, and that's why this school is called as Austinian school or Analytical Legal Positivism. The work of Austin is largely derived from Bentham. So Austin was a disciple or student of Bentham, and he based his theory on Bentham's theory. Austin applied analytical method. Law should be carefully studied and analyzed, and the principle of underlying therein should be found out, and hence this school is called as Analytical Positivism. Just positivism, and that's why Austin is considered as the father of English jurisprudence. His lectures were published under the title The Province of Jurisprudence Determined. Now let us study Austin's positivism. Austin defined law as a rule laid down for the guidance of an intelligent being by an intelligent being having power over them. So it is a law made by a human being for a human being. But by whom? Who is more powerful, or who is a sovereign, or who is a ruler. Next, according to him, the law properly so called includes law of God, human laws, and positive laws. So he provided two types of law. Law properly made and improper laws. So proper laws are laws made by God or made by ruler, and improper laws are like laws of logic or moral laws, those types of law. According to him, laws properly made are again of two types: laws made by God or by religious scriptures, and law made by ruler. According to him, law made by ruler is a real law, and law made by scriptures is a part of theology. Austin considered the positive law to be exclusive concern of jurisprudence, and the laws of God are not a part of jurisprudence. Three key elements of his concept are: law is made by a political sovereign, it is backed by command, okay, and why people obey it? Because of the fear of sanction. Sanction means punishment. So three elements: made by sovereign, it is his command, and why it is obeyed? Because of sanction. So sovereign, command, and sanction are three key elements in Austin's theory of positivism.